Hey everyone, it's Natalie. So I thought today I would do a video about the narcissist and their fates, right? So, when I think of that, this is horrible, but I think of grandparents or older people that live in nursing homes that no one goes and visits. And you always think to yourself, well, that's just horrible. Why does no one, go visit these people? And then I think of, oh, maybe they're a narcissist. Maybe not, but they could be too. I get this imagery of a narcissist at their final stages of life being all alone. No one wanting to go visit them. They've burned so many bridges that nobody cares anymore. And in one of my videos, I had said something along the lines of, who cares if the narcissist gets older and can't go drive themselves to the doctor or go get groceries or run errands that they need to run? Don't feel bad about that. Their fate, what they're living with right now, is because of the way they have treated people. And you don't see, especially when narcissists are aging, when they get older, you tend to see in families, because I have in different families, that there's certain very lonely older women or gentlemen that people, when you even bring up the fact that, hey, he wants to do Christmas or she wants to do Christmas at our house, they'd like for us to go eat dinner or whatever, everybody in the room's like, how can we get out of this? I don't want to go there. Or like, you have to agree to it, and then the whole time that you're getting ready, everyone's trying to scramble their brain of an excuse. Should we say we have a flat tire? Should we do this or that? Like, how can we get out of that? If somebody doesn't want to be around you when you're inviting them to go eat, to a holiday celebration, that says a lot about that person. Because when it comes to my family, I'm from Texas, we're living in Virginia, and I am so excited when I have to go to Texas and visit everyone. I'm like, oh, yay, my mom, my brothers, Unfortunately, my dad died, but my dad was awesome. And he always, my side of the family has always supported my relationship with my husband for the past 21 years. If some of y'all don't know, I have been with my husband since I was 15 years old. And that's when all of this began. So, I think it comes to a point in everyone's life when they're tired of dealing with the narcissist that they just don't even make excuses anymore. They're just like, point blank, no, that person is a horrible individual. Like, no, I'm not going there. And just flat out refuse. And that's kind of why I say the thing about the nursing home, because I worked at a nursing home, and I'd always wonder why a few of these patients, nobody ever came to see them, but their daughter or son would be paying for them to stay there, or they'd go get groceries, and they'd never come in to visit. Maybe they'd drop something off for 2 minutes and leave. And I always think, like, why? And then I started to get to know the patient. And let me tell you, honey, when narcissists age, it is not a pretty sight. I mean, before I really got into life coaching and stuff, or narcissistic abuse or anything, I really didn't know what a narcissist was. I just thought, man, some of my patients are horrible. That's what I thought. And then I understood why family members would not want to come see them. But it really kind of brings me back around to my point that when you are treated with neglect, with deceitfulness, with lies about you, with gossips about you for years, and no matter how many times you guys make up and say things are going to be different and that person is going to change, and maybe you needed to change some of your things. No matter how much or how many times, they don't change. They never change. They get worse. They will get worse. And if you're in a situation where you feel kind of guilty for maybe wanting to go no contact or having low contact with your narcissist, if you're at that point where you're just like, I don't even want to be around them. Every time I'm around them, they just put me down. They make me feel horrible about myself. Bug. And, well, let me tell you something. Get out now. Because the longer you stay, the more abused you're going to be. And the more the narcissist will take advantage of your kindness. And see, your kindness to them is a weakness. That's why they're able to get under your skin, because they know that you're a nice person. That's what narcissists do, is they surround themselves with nice people, because they feed off of putting happy-go-lucky, nice people down. They feed on it. They're like energy vampires. They don't want to be around somebody that doesn't bring good attributes to the table in their life. If you're ever around a narcissist, you don't really see them around other horrible people. Maybe you do, but it's usually around nice people. And then after the years of maybe being in a friend group or with your relatives, everyone starts talking about how so-and-so is not nice, and that they just don't know if they can take any more of this. And it's not a secret after more than one person gets abused, but the kind of messed up thing is sometimes what a narcissist will do is they target one person. So they'll treat everybody else totally different. Other people have a total different experience with that narcissist than the person that they are targeting. The person that they're targeting, what they will do is they go to the other people that they treat differently and make up lies and gossip about you, trying to pin people against you, trying to get people to exclude you out of things. I think a lot of this is out of jealousy. I think they see that when they're around good people, the heart that person has, and because a narcissist really doesn't have a soul, you know what I mean? They're jealous of not being able to feel that, not being able to feel kindness and love, and when other people will go, maybe like for example, people might go and to the narcissist and say something nice about the person they're targeting, and will say, gosh, like for instance, wow, Natalie's doing a great job with her handicapped dog. That's awesome. The narcissist, what they'll do in return is, this literally happened to me several times, is they come to you because of the things that you're doing that are good in life. They will tell you to destroy that thing that makes you feel whole, makes you feel like a good person, makes you present yourself as a dignified, good person. My mother-in-law told me to kill my dog several times, saying my dog was miserable and unhappy. He's 9 years old. He's been handicapped his whole life. But this is just one little thing. I mean, I could go on with a million things. I mean, any time that something was going good in my life, she would try to set out to destroy it. She was trying to take my job because I work for my husband. I don't only do life coaching. I also am administrative assistant. Tried to take my job. Literally tried to rip my kid from me and her raise him. Tried to get my husband to divorce me in some of the most vulnerable times in my life. And that's the other thing a narcissist will do, is when they see that you're down, they will kick you over and over and over again. A narcissist likes to inflict pain on you when you're suffering already, because it gives them the high that they don't get when you're happy and they're torturing you. They get a literal cerebral chemical high from kicking you when you're already down. And this is when they really will go on attack mode. Chloe, saying, well, you know, that person's a nobody and a nothing, and they'll never add up to anything, and I don't know why you're even around that person, and she's horrible, he's horrible, or whatever. Trying to get it into the, Chloe, we'll go out in a minute, it's raining. Trying to get it into the other person's head they're talking to about you that, well, look at her, she's already down. So, you know, listen to what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is true. And this is like the psychological crap that they do to, and I'm using my example of being married to someone who has a narcissistic mother. And, you know, I mean, it wouldn't matter what it was. She just always wanted to cause conflict and drama. But in everyone's presence, she wants to act like she's a godly, holy woman. She's Catholic. I'm an opera singer. I'm so awesome. I'm polite. I'm kind. But the truth of the matter is, had been numerous times when I was out in public with that woman and I had to go back and apologize to the waiter or someone that she was rude to, and then act entitled like she was supposed to treat that person the way that she was treating them. And I had to apologize all the time for her actions. So that's where these narcissists go around acting like they're the Holy Grail, when in reality, people in the background are apologizing for their actions, for their words. Because it's embarrassing for the people that aren't narcissistic. It's like, how can you treat a waiter like that? How can you treat a handyman like that? Like, what gives you the right to talk to somebody like they're beneath you? It's not right. So their fate is that they'll be alone. Their fate is that nobody's going to want to be around them. Their fate is that they're going to lose their relatives, their sons, their daughters, their grandchildren, because of their narcissistic attitude. And I'm telling you, people will not tolerate this forever. And even people that are married are getting divorced because they see they can't handle this. So if you're not married to this person, you have don't have children, you have no ties to them whatsoever. And even if you have children and you divorce, you might have ties with your children, but there's ways of going around, going very low contact, going gray rock with them, where you're just exchanging children, maybe important information, but you're not talking to them. You're not letting them swindle their way back into, hey, let's go on a date. Hey, I want to make up. Hey, I'll get better. I'll do better. It's not going to happen. So their fate is they're going to be alone. And that's the number one thing a narcissist is scared of, is of being alone. And they do it to themselves. They inflict their own injury in their life by their attitude, by their inhumanity of the way they treat people and maybe animals, hopefully not. But, you know, they do exactly what they're scared of. That's the truth. They do exactly what they're scared of. So you leave that narc alone. Who cares if they're in a wheelchair? Who cares if they need help every day? Who cares? Because they hadn't cared about you ever. You may have thought they cared about you at one time, but trust me, they didn't. They were only using you. That's it. So you let them die alone. You let them be alone. Let them suffer and simmer in their own tragedy that they caused on themselves. And don't feel bad about it, because I'm sure by this point you are just done. You're probably having internal conflict with yourself, saying, is this right to leave my mother, who is getting older, you know, out on the streets or homeless or whatever it is? That's not your responsibility. And maybe if she was nicer and kinder to you, maybe she would have a place to stay. So their fate is they're going to be alone in misery. That's the truth. So you live your best life and you just keep living and you exclude the people that aren't in support of you. Okay, guys? Giving out free life coaching. Contact me at goodintentionsLifeCoaching@yahoo.com. All right. Peace, love, and harmony, my friends. Bye-bye.